Evening freaks, I'm here to do your weekly weird way read where we tap into the energies in play as we move through the next 7 days before us and see what's available, what's on offer, how can we make best use of these energies and pull off a magic trick or two, pull an old rabbit out of the hat, maybe in situations that seem like there's no way to pull something good out of it. We can find a way, we know how to bring on that gravy train, get the good stuff. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side, man. There's always another side, whatever experience you're dealing with, no matter how difficult it may seem. Some of you may have been playing chicken lately. You've been dodging some oncoming traffic, things coming at you pretty fast. I think you've been minding your P's and Q's. You've been doing what you need to do. You're going to get to the other side. We see that Ace of Cups is being filled with that love and gravy from the sky. You're going to get all the good stuff because, everything is gravy, baby. Okay. So whatever you've been dealing with, my fellow freaks on the weird way, it's all going to come out right. And your rightful position on the throne will be restored. You're going to be in that king shit position where you know what you're working with. You've flushed all the bullshit out of your life. You're going to be giving a finger to anything that's tried to hold you back or get in your way. There's already a lot of kind of feisty energy coming into play with this reading, and this is going to be like a real straight shot, okay? Because I'm working with limited memory on my phone right now, and I didn't want to pull out the StreamYard software. It's just a big hassle, and then I have to go live if I don't want to post later. I just wanted to get this out to you, okay? So we're going to get a lot of messages in 19 minutes flat, all right? So let's see what's in store for the Weird Way Collective over this week. What energies are in play for the Weird Way Collective this week? And if you haven't already, please subscribe, do let me know how the reads resonate with you. I love to connect with the people who choose to drop in with me and spend their time here, and I really do appreciate all the support for the channel. Thank you so much for being part of my journey here, and actually being here at the beginning as I'm building this channel. It's really cool to have y'all here, and I've been loving the connections I've been forming with all you guys, and I welcome all the new people to this channel too. Just know you're all welcome here, man. I don't care what your spiritual belief is. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what walk of life you come from. This is an all-inclusive channel, man. No fucking judgment. No sitting on my high horse looking down my nose at you because I might have a different belief than you. I believe we need to get beyond this kind of separatist mindset. It's really what's doing society in. And if you're really an alchemist, if you're really somebody who's doing the work, you know that the answer right now is unity. It's not about division. It's not about finding the places where we don't agree, where we see things differently. It's about finding those points of connection, man. That's what it's about. 3:30 on the clock when I said that, okay? That's what aligns us with the spiritual assistance. That's what makes things clear. That's what brings in the gifts, okay? As long as you're buying into this idea of separation and I know better than you and you're getting all tied up into your dogma, you're actually part of the problem, man. You are part of the original lie, because the original lie is that there is division. But the reality is it's all one energy, man, okay? So you're not going to find any bullshit here. Whatever your belief is, you're welcome here. All I ask is that, if you want to bring in a different perspective, if you want to join the conversation, if you want to add your viewpoints in the mix, you don't disrespect anybody here, okay? It's all love all the time. We don't have to be fucked up to each other. There's enough fucked up energy in the world, so let's go beyond that, okay? We already know that the gravy train is coming in here, collective, okay? You've been trying to get to the other side of a very difficult passage in your life, I see it's really opened up your vision, You've been through a lot of tests, a lot of challenges. It's opened up your mind to see things in a new way. It's given you a new perspective, and maybe you also had to sort of like earn your chops, You've started to feel a little bit more brave than you used to in the past. You're willing to try things a new way. You're willing to see things a new way. And because of your openness, it's really giving you the opportunity to receive. You know, you can't receive any blessing. You can't receive any of the goodness if you're closed off, if you already have your mind made up about the way things are, if you're not open enough to, you know, receive a solution to what's been kind of a challenge for you, you know, the things that have been troubling you. I think you're finally in that place where you're like, you know what, I'm brave enough to like cross to the other side of this and trust that, you know, there's something good waiting for me there. So I feel like some of you are leaving behind fear. You're leaving behind the things that have held you back. And because you're willing to take this risk, because you're willing to open up to new possibilities, new view, I feel like you're getting that Ace of Cups that's coming in, and it is all gravy, baby. I feel like Spirit is going to pour it on thick, man. And you know, everything is better with gravy, okay? So I see a lot of blessings coming in. Yeah, you know, I think you realize with this Queen of Holes energy that, you know, the way that you were looking at things before, you weren't really seeing the whole picture. There were certain elements that you were missing. You know, there were some holes in your theories, you know, and this is what was preventing you from walking through this door. You know, we see this wand here, and the hand has a door on it, and wands are all about the ability to take action and move forward. And I think that you had some ideas about what direction you wanted to go, but along the way you tripped down a rabbit hole, and going down that rabbit hole and kind of getting led on this wild goose chase, you realized that you really weren't seeing things accurately. There's all kinds of, you know, holes in your belief system about what is meant for you, and what direction you're meant to go in now. And I think because of this, you're willing to be a little bit more open, and this gives you the ability to actually take action and step through that door. It wasn't until you realized that, hey, maybe I don't have all the answers. Maybe I don't have everything figured out. Maybe there is more for me to learn. Until you had that spirit of receptivity, what you were needing couldn't come in, you know, to fill in those gaps that you had. You also may have been dealing with a Queen of Wands energy, so that would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe this is somebody that you feel really had a blind spot, you know. They were kind of trying to rule over you, push you around, you know. They had their way of seeing things, but there was something that they were missing, you know. Maybe this person really was kind of causing you some trouble too. I feel a bit of this eye for an eye sort of energy around here, around this issue, you know. Maybe you really felt like, I want you to see what, you know, I want you to see this experience through my eyes. I want you to feel what I felt, you know. There might be some of this energy you've had to transmute, you know. And it wasn't until you were willing to transmute this energy and see how this difficult person that you've been dealing with actually revealed to you, you know, one of your blind spots, a shadow element you still need to work on. And you were having, you know, a place of willingness inside of you awaken to actually, you know, see where you might be able to look at things differently or move through this challenge in a different way, that things didn't open up for you. Yeah, you know, we see this woman breastfeeding a VCR. I feel like in the end you realize that this wasn't even worth troubling yourself over. You know, some doors, when they're closed, they're meant to be closed. You know, I think that there was a little revisiting of this situation with this person. I feel like it's a person from your past that you were dealing with. You know, and I think there was maybe an opportunity to reopen this door and kind of redress the issue, you know. But in the end, you just felt like, do I really want to nurture this with my time and energy? Is it really necessary? It's kind of like giving my time and energy and focus to something that's really outdated, you know. I mean, who has a VCR anymore, right? It's like, I think you've just kind of decided that it's okay if I don't know all the details of the situation. I only know that I wasn't done right in this matter. I know that this person has a blind spot. They're never going to see things from my perspective. It's not my job, you know, to sort of usher them through that door. You know, it's not my job to, have them go through that initiation where, they see the truth for what it is and they take accountability, for the role that they played. It's really a matter of this person has to walk through that door on their own. You can show them the door, you can't make them step through it. And I think you got tired of waiting around. You just decided, you know what, I'm moving on from this. And you shut that door behind you and you've laid it to rest. And you're comfortable with your decision. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody that, you know, this is somebody who maybe, caused a little disruption in your life. We got the coffin full of tacos, full of snakes, with the shitty acoustic guitar guy and the pupa vomiting on cats. All right, so this is really giving me the energy of like kind of, some messy sexual involvements here. I think we got like, what I'm getting is kind of like a musician dude who got a little too in his ego, wanting to relive those glory days of his imagined rock star youth. And it got a lot of different players involved in this situation. I'm really picking up a fluidity with this shitty acoustic guitar guy dude, though. I don't think that he just sticks to, the pussy, if you know what I mean. I see a lot of snakes are here too. So, this really has the feel to me of maybe somebody who was, going around playing the field, experimenting with their sexuality, just sort of feeling free. We do see that they cut off the shackles here. In a way, they felt kind of chained, maybe chained to convention. Maybe they never really had the chance to sort of like explore their sexuality and have their freedom in that way. And I feel like they did do some exploring, but I don't know. I'm getting the picture here that there was a woman involved in this situation who didn't see really what was going on here, didn't really understand the role that she was playing in this matter. And might be kind of shocked to find out that there's been a lot more going on here than she realized, we see that there was this sense of, hey man, you bit the hand that fucking fed you, okay? Like, I think that this chick, this Queen of Wands, really gave this person a lot of support, gave this person a lot of loyalty, thought they could really count on this person, maybe even gave them a key to their home, man, was supporting them financially, helping them out. But in the end, this person kind of turned on the Queen of Holes, man, did her dirty, and she got kind of left out in the cold in this situation. But I mean, what do you expect with this fucking guy? I mean, you knew that this guy wasn't a guy you could trust, Queen of Holes. Come on now. And this is a lesson for you, if you feel like there's things that are missing, if you feel like certain truths are being omitted, then chances are, you're not being told the whole truth. You got to trust your intuition. And sometimes it's those spaces, right? It's the spaces in between words that you really need to pay attention to. It's those pauses, when you're asking a question that really tell you everything you need to know, I do see that whoever you are, Queen of Holes, you are definitely making a choice to cut some cords in this situation. This could have to do with an Aries, okay? Because we do have this Ram energy here. We do see there's definitely like some boundaries are being put up. Some of you may have been tempted to get kind of aggressive, with your protection spells. You might have been tempted to work a little bit more on the left-hand side of the path. I really would encourage you, not to go there. Those of you who are considering, doing some kind of binding work or something just out of, personal anger, your ego feeling slighted or whatever shit. Just because you weren't seeing things clearly and you imagined this situation to be other than it was. I don't feel like you didn't have a clue about this situation. I mean, come on, this kind of action isn't going on without somebody having some idea, of what the reality is in this situation. Own your part. You don't get to just kind of like deny your piece in the matter. That's what I'm getting here. And you don't want to bind. You don't want to do some shit like this. Don't interfere on that level. Just straighten out your crown. And get back to the place of like standing in your personal strength. You can define your space. You can shut that door and choose not to reopen it again. You don't need to be vengeful. You don't need to act out of your lower nature like this. By all means, protect your space, but I don't think you need to go and do any like serious, hardcore, control type of manipulation work where you're binding someone. Just remember what you bind, okay, you're bound to. So, never really a good route to go if you want to move away from this shit. Yeah. Yeah, I think you were a unicorn in this situation. You were just something on the side in this situation. You put this person on a pedestal. You gave them this like god status, and all along they were just fucking you over. They're like the dildo wizard, man. They give it away to everybody, and maybe that's kind of a hard reality to wake up to, but at the same time I feel like you chose to like not see things that were very evident. I feel like there was even a time when this person told you, I just want my freedom. I just want to like, I want to be an independent agent. I want to go out and explore. I want to have fun. I don't want to be tied down. But there's a part of you that didn't want to believe that. There's a part of you that thought it'll be different with me. There's a part of you that thought I can change this person. Well, it didn't work out that way. You tried to ignore what was really going on, that everything was falling apart. There was definitely some corruption in your system. These downloads you were having about this situation, we're all being run through like, it's your damaged programming from bullshit, that you took on from your childhood, shit you haven't healed inside of yourself. And it really like, it slowed you down, man. This old thinking, it slowed you down from just acknowledging the truth, this shit needed to just implode, man. You need to do a complete system reboot. This had to be released. It was never going to be what you wanted it to be, no matter how much you tried to pretend like this situation was just fine. Everything's fine, right? Meanwhile, it's all being decimated.